Nightmares. We all have them, one time or another. Everything has a dark side. Our dreams were meant to be a place of jubilation and contain our most wonderful fantasies. It's kind of like an award. Some of us work our asses off all day long, and come home to a nice, cozy bed. Sleep by itself is a nice gift to our minds, and a nice present for our turmoils. But dreams make sleeping hard for us who want to wake up sometimes. Besides, of course, there's a dark side. There is always a dark side. Nightmares have a certain way of creeping up on us when we don't want them to. It's almost like they know. Some may say that nightmares are our own fault, watching scary movies or reading scary stories that can fuel our nightmares. But what if there are things out there that can control our dreams? Beings that can purposely give us nightmares to the point where we go insane and want to sleep forever. And at this time, I would like to tell you about my nightmares. A couple of weeks ago, I started to really get into reading those creepypasta things on the internet. All humans have this certain want of excitement, but sometimes we take it way too far. You know what I'm talking about. Surfing videos on the internet late at night, reading creepy stories, or maybe making our own. Again, you know how it works. You sit there tired in front of your computer. The room is dark. The voices in your head are telling you to shut off the goddamn computer and get some fucking sleep. But then it happens. You find a video that has a creepy description. Perhaps a video about a ghost encounter or a video of aliens. This is how my nightmare started. My friend Zach has a YouTube account where he plays video games and gives them a commentary. You know, a let's play. But one day he decided to do something different. He narrated a story off a website called GreekCreepyPasta.com. Now, I heard of this place somewhere. I know I have. It's hard to surf the internet for so many years and not hear about something so popular. He told the story of a man called Slender Man. Now, I'd obviously heard of this character. I've seen the Marble Hornets videos, and I've seen the fan art and the so-called pictures. The story was interesting, and it made me want to read more. So that's exactly what I did. Within a few days, I had read all the popular stories that this website had to offer. Squidward's suicide, Ben drowned, Dead Bart, Jeff the Killer, the Tails doll, Smile Dog, Snow on Mount Silver, and all the Pokemon hacks. Everything from A to Z. These stories, they give you such a feeling of terror, and you start to notice all those small things around you, all the creaks and moans. You see a shadow of some sort and dart over your shoulder. Nothing. Silly you. You finally get the courage to go to sleep. Then you start to understand the position you just put yourself in. I understood what I was doing to myself. But it never made me want to stop. I saw them all. I saw all those fucking creatures from the stories in my dreams. I saw Smile Dog. He tried to get me to spread the word. I saw Jeff leaning over my bedside and telling me to go to sleep. Squidward staring at me with bloodshot eyes. I jumped up and jerked myself awake every single time I encountered one of these freaks, and that got old real fast. But then, the nightmares began to get so much more real. No longer was I imagining the characters from these stories, but now my nightmares were taking on their own shape, contorting themselves into more twisted and decrepit shapes and making me even more uncomfortable. And one night, I was laying soundly in my bed. It was almost like an out-of-body experience. You see, I had a bird's-eye view of myself. It was as if I was laying on the ceiling. I was laying on top of the covers and my eyes were closed. Now, I must note that I was not breathing. No snoring, no indication of my stomach rising or lowering. In fact, I was utterly motionless. The room was pitch black and just like it always is before I go to sleep, I could see myself perfectly. It was like I had some sort of night vision, except it wasn't all green and shit like it always is portrayed to be. And my eyes shot wide open, and it startled me a bit. I just stared up at the ceiling. It seemed as if he was looking at me, like I was really on the ceiling. A drop fell. A ruby-colored drop of blood fell onto my face. Then another, and another, and another. The drops began to fall slow, but then they picked up speed, similar to when rain begins to fall. The version of myself laying on the bed begins to smile. The blood soaks his teeth and started to drip into his eyes, but he did not blink or close his mouth. Just let the blood fall on and in him. Suddenly, the view switched from me being on the ceiling, and now I'm the one on the bed. And on the ceiling is the reason I'm writing this right now. Because on the ceiling was a bloody, mangled, and wounded version of me. My eyes were missing, and I must note that my teeth were missing as well. But I had the same smile as the version of myself on the bed. My hands and legs were pinned to the ceiling. Almost. It looked like I was being crucified. And then the view slowly began to zoom in on my face. The blood still fell, and my view was being distorted. I wanted to see what was going to happen. I tried my best to see. And then the view zoomed at my face at an alarming rate, and then I spoke. I am your God now. And I woke up. No, I shot up. I almost flew right out of my bed. I was breathing so fast and hard, I felt paralyzed, like I was stuck in an upright position. I felt liquid around me. Did I really just piss the bed from this nightmare? Or was it blood? I quickly jumped up and found out that I'd knocked over a cup of tea in my sleep, and I was laying in it. Sometimes when I have dreams, I feel as if the interactions of objects in the real world affect my dream. In one dream, I was being stabbed repeatedly in the arm. I could actually kind of feel it. I woke to my friend obnoxiously poking me in the arm with a pen. I thought that him poking me in the arm made the stabbing from the dream, or nightmare, be all more real. Since dreams and nightmares are derived from our brains, we can experience things in our dreams that seem real. When you eat something, you can taste it. This is because you remember how the object tasted. This dream made me not want to sleep anymore that night. So I didn't. But that wasn't the end. Oh, no. We are far from the end. I had the same nightmare over and over again for a few days, happening the same way every single time. There wasn't anything I could do. I couldn't change the dream even if I felt like it. This nightmare scared me to death every time. You think I would have gotten used to it, but I didn't. I began to think about ways I could avoid this nightmare. That was my first thought. I can't ever remember having a nightmare while I was napping during the day. So my first plan was to sleep during the day and stay up during the night. And hopefully this would work. First day, no nightmare. I was relieved. I thought I'd found the solution. I had no problem sleeping during the day. I didn't sleep much as it was already. Second day, my plan failed. The same nightmare happened again, but this time there was no smiling from the body on the ceiling. Actually, there were no emotions at all. My head was missing. More blood fell quickly, and this time making the dream end faster. My body lying on the bed looked down, and my decapitated head was lying in my lap, and it was smiling. I'm pissed now. What? I just can't fucking sleep anymore? Fine, I won't. I'll stay awake. Yes, that'll work. I'll stay awake until I pass out from exhaustion. I will not counter that nightmare unless I absolutely have to. I wrote this. I wrote this quite a while ago, back when the nightmares first started. It's been about a week since I decided I wasn't going to sleep. I'm so tired. I don't think I can stay awake anymore. My bad. My bad sounds so heavenly right now. I guess my plan didn't work out how I thought it would. I'm going to bed now. I think I could stay up for a few more hours, but I don't want to. I want to see my smile. I want to see my body, my bloody, battered body hang from the ceiling. It sounds so interesting to me now. Oh, how that blood felt so refreshing, cascading on my face. I have a bottle of pills, extra strength. I'm going to take them all with some alcohol, whole bottle, all 150. I'm seeing all those creepypasta characters in real life now. I've gone completely fucking insane. I know they won't be there in my dream. They never were before. I'll just sleep forever, so I can look and smile at this God for the rest of days. I just swallowed the pills. I'm going to have a quick drink, my final drink. Then I'm going to bed. Why not join me, my friend?